Hey guys, Nabil here. I was supposed to do this video a few days ago, but I've just been so busy lately, and you probably can see that I look quite tired from all the stuff that I have to do at the same time from work and the channel and everything. So I'm doing my best to keep you guys updated, and today is no exception. And I wanted to talk about something. There are two main things we're going to talk about in this video. The first one is very quick. We're just gonna talk about what the main illustrator for the King of Fighters 15, Tomohiro Nakata, has to say about Mai Shiranui, the character that was revealed last Thursday. And then we're gonna talk about a very special comic slash manga slash webcomic that is coming back, and it's the Last Blade with a season 2. So we'll talk about that, and finally, just a couple guesses on what to expect from this week's trailer of the King of Fighters 15. So with that said, let's go ahead and start with the first one. As it has been the case whenever there's a new trailer for the King of Fighters 15, a new character reveal, the main illustrator of the game, Tomohiro Nakata, will share an illustration about that character and talks a little bit about the design behind the said character. And again, Mai Shiranui is no exception. So this is what Tomohiro Nakata had to say about Mai. Mai appears in this game wearing her King of Fighters 14 ensemble. The details on her dress and obi, cloth belt, give off a wonderful refined look. I'm excited for players to see how her story unfolds with Andy Bogard and to find out exactly why she joined this latest King of Fighters. Please look forward to it. There's a couple important parts here. We know, we've seen in the trailer in the costume that Mai has is the same that she had in 14, but of course she looks much better in 15. And I'm kind of intrigued that he touched it up on the story, saying that see how her story unfolds with Andy Bogard. So that means there's going to be some sort of character development and a development to the relationship between the two characters of Mai and Andy. That's very intriguing. King of Fighters always had some of the deepest stories in a fighting game, and I would love to see that used and explored further with the new technology that we saw that they're using in the King of Fighters 15. I also can't wait to see if there's a story mode. I'm hoping there's going to be a proper story mode, not just an arcade mode. Yes, we need arcade mode, but we also need a story mode. And I think the King of Fighters 14 did not do that well. It was just an arcade mode with a couple cutscenes. King of Fighters 13 had a very interesting take on a story mode. It's actually is good, but it was very convoluted and very difficult to actually get the proper ending. So that was a little bit too much, but something easier than that will definitely work. Of course, all of us fans would love to see something like, a cinematic story mode or anime story mode, kind of like similar to what Mortal Kombat did or Guilty Gear, but we're probably not gonna get that in King of Fighters 15, unfortunately. Maybe in the future, maybe in the King of Fighters 16 now with the changes and the acquisition, the recent acquisition of the company. So we'll see. With that said, let's talk about another thing. As I mentioned, the Last Blade webcomic is back with a second season. If you followed last year, we had the first season of this excellent webcomic, which was an adaptation of the first game of the Last Blade series. It had humor, action, and a great storyline, and the gang is back with season 2. And if you thought that season 1 was only gonna deal with the first game and the second one was gonna deal with the second game, well, then you're mistaken, because both seasons are actually the adaptation of the first game. That's great because it gives the authors and gives the creators of the comic more time and room to breathe and explore all these characters. As you know, adapting a fighting game has always been a very difficult task. Only a few companies have succeeded in properly adapting a fighting game, and Tapas has been doing great. I can't wait to see how the story is gonna unfold. I noticed like the second part of the second part of the season is a little bit more serious. There's still jokes here and there, but we get to learn more about these characters. We get to learn more about the mysterious Moria, and we get to see if he actually is the one who murdered his and Kaide's adoptive fathers. It's very intriguing. It picks up exactly where the previous season left off, with Kaede and Shingen training under Okina. And as I said, it's a lot of fun. I Can't wait to see more. It's dropping every Tuesday, so 2 episodes have already been released in the 2nd season, so I'm a little bit behind. I just finished reading them and they're pretty awesome. Can't wait to see more. And I'll definitely try to get the comic writer again, the talented Hayden Robble, so we can talk about the 2nd season. What are the hopes for the for them that they can achieve with the 2nd season? If there are any plans for more season or even more adaptations of SNK properties in this form, which is actually webtoon form as we call it. It's a webtoon, a webcomic, which is works very well with these kind of adaptations. So we'll see what happens. I'll try to get Hayden if he is available, of course, in the next week or 2. So look forward to that. Check the link in the description below to see actually and read the latest chapters from the Last Blade webcomic. And the last thing I want to talk about is obviously we're getting a trailer this week, and it's your guess is good as mine. I have no idea. SNK has been shuffling all these characters, so it's kind of difficult to know who we're gonna get. We expected Mai last week, and we did get Mai, but we expected Mai to be with King and Yuri in the same team, but that was not the case. So what are we gonna get this week? Well, we have 3 options. 3 options. It's either gonna be the 3rd character of the Women Fighters team, which I still believe it's gonna be Mai and King, and it's gonna be a 3rd character. I'm hoping it's Kasumi Todo to make a comeback in 15, and this kind of again a throwback to the King of Fighters 96 team. Or it could be someone from Yuri's team, right? We only saw Yuri and we have no idea who she's teaming up with. Chances are it's gonna be Ryo and Robert, but we'll see. Or we're gonna get another character from the Orochi team, right? Or New Face team. We had Yashiro. It's pretty obvious that both Chris and Shermie are actually joining Yashiro, so maybe we're gonna get Shermie tomorrow this week, or maybe Chris, or maybe Kasumi or Alice, or I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. We'll see what the silhouette. Hopefully they're gonna show us again that silhouette that they do every Wednesday morning for me, and it's a lot of fun to go through that and talk with the fans and see what they think that silhouette is. Most of the time we don't get it right, except for last week. It was pretty obvious who's Mai. So let's see what happens. Pretty exciting times to be an SNK fan for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching.